What is happening, Bieber Beat Crew? Get ready for a rapid-fire update because the news cycle is moving at warp speed, and we've got the must-know stories that are dominating the conversation right now. We're diving deep into the narratives that matter, unpacking the details you need to stay ahead of the curve. Our first story tonight is about a rising star in the sports world, whose early performance is already turning heads and sparking debate about whether their true potential is being recognized. This athlete is making waves, and the question on everyone's mind is, are they being overlooked? Next up, we're shifting gears to the world of entertainment and celebrity, where a major artist has sat down for a highly anticipated second interview. This conversation is packed with candid reflections on career moments, personal experiences, and even some surprising revelations about past encounters. Get ready for some unfiltered insights as we break down what was said and what it means for their public image. And speaking of candid conversations, our next story revisits a personal experience that the same artist shared, offering a deeper look into a challenging time in their life. This is a story about resilience and the aftermath of a significant event, providing a more intimate perspective that's resonating with many. Prepare for some raw honesty as we explore these impactful moments. Finally, we're heading back to the sports arena for a story that highlights big stakes and bold moves. A massive bet has been placed on a major tournament, and the amount is staggering. We'll break down who made the wager, who they're backing, and what this means for the competition. You won't want to miss this. Make sure you're subscribed and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Underrated prospect or overlooked talent. College football is buzzing with preseason quarterback rankings, but one name might be getting a raw deal. Lindsey, the redshirt freshman quarterback for the Gophers, has been slotted surprisingly low in national rankings, sparking debate among fans and analysts. The Athletics preseason ranking placed him at 89th in the country, categorizing him in Tier 6 with a lot of question marks, but there's talent or a trait there that someone is betting on. However, after just one game, the narrative is already shifting. Lindsey's performance in the season opener against Buffalo, a 23-10 victory, showcased a level of poise and skill that suggests he's far more than a question mark. He completed 54% of his passes for 290 yards and 2 touchdowns, with a quarterback rating of 137.04, ranking him 64th nationally and 11th within the competitive Big Ten Conference. Even more telling, his yardage in his first start was the 4th most for a Gophers quarterback since 1977, surpassing even Tanner Morgan's 2018 performance. Despite this strong showing, Lindsey was notably absent from the Athletics' stock-up list following the opening weekend, a decision that has left many scratching their heads, especially considering Buffalo was playing with a veteran-laden defense. For context, true freshman Jannik Sinner of California saw his stock rise after a comparable performance. Lindsey's standout moment was a 60-yard touchdown pass to Jalen Smith, a play where he masterfully read the defense, alerted his line, and delivered a perfect throw under pressure. Head coach PJ Fleck praised Lindsey's maturity and composure, noting that his performance didn't surprise him because he witnesses it daily. Lindsey himself expressed confidence and gratitude for the support from his coaches and teammates. The game also saw a touching moment as predecessor Max Brosmer attended, wearing Lindsey's jersey, a gesture that meant a lot to the young quarterback. While there were minor setbacks, like a dropped pass that could have pushed him over 300 yards and a sack in a crucial 2-minute drill, Lindsey's overall debut was a significant success. The conversation around his ranking highlights a broader discussion about how young talent is evaluated and whether early performances are being given enough weight. Is Lindsey's debut being overlooked, or is this just the start of him proving his doubters wrong? The season is young, but the potential is undeniable. But is this the full picture of his potential? We're about to dive into a candid conversation with a major artist that's making waves. Drake drops bombshells in second Bobbi Althoff sit-down. Drake is back in the interview hot seat, reuniting with Bobbi Althoff for a second, highly anticipated chat on her new podcast. Not this again. This time, the conversation didn't just aim to clear the air after their previous interview was famously scrubbed from YouTube due to a falling out. It delved into a wide array of topics, offering fans an unfiltered glimpse into the rapper's world. Drake didn't hold back, even quipping that his first interview with Althoff was the nicest thing that any guy has ever done for you, referencing how he felt he took a lot of blame when she needed to be a little active on somebody. He explained his decision to remove the interview, stating, "You made me feel like our interview was the reason your life was bad. So I just said I'm gonna get rid of the interview and you won't ever have to see it again a day in your life." Drake believes their initial collaboration was a watershed moment, opening the door for artists to engage with streamers rather than solely relying on traditional media. "What we did changed a lot of things for a lot of people," he asserted, emphasizing his belief in Althoff and how their interview pissed off all these ing losers and storied journalists who feel so entitled. He feels their collaboration ushered in an era where celebrities can be more accessible, moving away from being unattainable heads who only speak to curated media. Throughout the 80-minute conversation, Drake touched upon feeling guilt-tripping by people despite his pure intentions. He pushed back against the culture vulture label, defending his artistic approach of collaborating with and uplifting emerging artists, finding it sensitive when these efforts are framed negatively. On a more personal note, Drake revealed his ideal partner is a tweaked-out goth tatted all over a goth baddie with absolute O-cups, who also needs to be funny, humorously suggesting Comic Con as a potential place to find her. He also confirmed his arrest in Sweden, an incident previously denied by his team, detailing being detained for 9 hours, for nothing, after a private party where an officer's girlfriend was present. The rapper even mentioned his muse is currently WWE superstar Rhea Ripley, whose presence dominates his Instagram feed. Addressing his absence from Los Angeles post-Kendrick Lamar beef, Drake firmly stated he's not scared away and will return. Finally, he addressed rumors of surgically enhanced abs, denying surgery and suggesting a sweaty gym selfie with heightened saturation might have caused the confusion. This interview offered a candid, wide-ranging look at Drake's perspective on his career, relationships, and public perception. These personal reflections offer a raw look at his experiences. Now, let's delve deeper into one of those significant events he discussed. Drake opens up about 9 hours in jail after Swedish arrest. Drake is offering a more detailed account of his 2022 arrest in Sweden, revealing he spent a significant 9 hours in jail during the incident. The revelation came during his second interview with Bobbi Althoff on her new YouTube series, Not This Again. While discussing his experiences, Drake shared that the arrest occurred after he hosted a private party where one of the officer's girlfriends was in attendance. He described the situation as escalating aggressively, leading to his detention. "They arrested me way too aggressive, and they arrested me for nothing," Drake stated, recounting the ordeal. This account contrasts with earlier reports from his team, which had reportedly denied details of the arrest. However, Drake himself later posted footage that appeared to show him being detained by authorities in 2023, lending credence to his current narrative. He even joked about his upcoming show in Sweden as part of his tour with Partynext, anticipating that the same officer's girlfriend might reappear. This candid discussion about his time in jail adds another layer to his public persona, highlighting a moment of personal adversity. Beyond the jail incident, the conversation with Althoff also touched upon Drake's feelings about being labeled a culture vulture, his ideal type of woman, and his stance on returning to Los Angeles after his highly publicized beef with Kendrick Lamar. He also addressed speculation about surgically enhanced abs, attributing a recent shirtless photo to sweat and possibly over-editing rather than surgery. The interview provided a candid look at Drake's reflections on past events, his creative inspirations, and his views on public perception, with the Swedish jail experience standing out as a particularly striking revelation. From personal experiences to high-stakes gambles. Next, we're looking at a massive bet that could shake up the sports world. Drake bets big on tennis superstar Jannik Sinner. In a move that has sports and entertainment fans buzzing, global music icon Drake has placed a colossal $300,000 bet on Jannik Sinner, the world's top-ranked men's tennis player, to win the U.S. Open. Drake, who has gained notoriety for his substantial sports wagers, often dubbed the Drake curse, due to a string of perceived unlucky outcomes, shared a screenshot of his betting slip on social media. This significant wager could potentially net him $507,000 if Sinner clinches his second U.S. Open title and fifth major championship overall. The timing of this bet is particularly interesting, as it comes shortly after Drake reportedly lost $210,000 betting on Taylor Fritz to defeat Sinner in a previous match. Despite the curse, Drake has also had successful predictions, including Sinner's victory at the Australian Open earlier this year, which helped mitigate some losses. A website tracking Drake's declared bets indicates he is currently down $115,000 on tennis wagers. Sinner himself is in impressive form, recently dominating Alexander Bublik in the fourth round of the U.S. Open with a decisive victory. He is now set to face fellow Italian Lorenzo Musetti in the quarterfinals. Sinner commented on his performance, stating, "I felt like today I was playing some great tennis, and I managed to break him very early, which gave me then the confidence to serve a little bit better and play from the back of the court a bit better." The crowd showed sympathy for Bublik during the one-sided match, cheering for him whenever he managed to win a point against the relentless Sinner. Drake's substantial bet adds an extra layer of drama to the tournament, with many eyes now on both Sinner's performance and whether Drake's backing will prove to be a good omen or another chapter in the lore of the Drake curse. And that's a wrap on today's top stories. But don't go anywhere, we've got a quick recap coming up. And that's a wrap on today's news. We saw Lindsey's impressive debut potentially being overlooked, Drake dropping candid insights in his second interview with Bobbi Althoff, Drake reflecting on his time in Swedish jail, and Drake placing a massive $300,000 bet on Jannik Sinner to win the U.S. Open. Stay locked in with the Bieber beat for all the updates. If you enjoyed this, smash that like button, subscribe for more, ring that notification bell so you don't miss a single upload, drop a comment below with your thoughts, and make sure you're following us on all social platforms.